Well, let's start with the big story of the day, the shocking details that have now come in as far as the NEET UG paper leak case is concerned. CBI has made a major disclosure about a wider conspiracy behind the alleged scam. According to the agency, the mastermind Manisha Wagmare, along with other accused and certain public servants linked to the NTA, had access to the question paper and the answer key on April 27th. That is 6 days before the NEET examination took place. The Central Bureau of Investigation has said that the paper was then shared with several individuals, including the accused in this case. Another accused, his name is Dhananjay, in exchange for money. In fact, the agency has said that the question paper was destroyed after the NEET UG 2026 examination, and the CBI has also said that the probe is still expanding and more arrests are likely to be made in the coming days. Let me go across to my colleague Bhattosh, who's been tracking every single detail when it comes to this big scam. Bhattosh, we're learning that 9 people have been arrested so far, with PV Kulkarni being the mastermind of this case, with a common link that has been made to Manisha Wagmare. Tell us more about the interlink, and how did they manage to really leak the paper?
Akansha, as far as this case is concerned, yesterday the second big arrest happened when an NTA panel examiner was arrested, that is Manisha Mandhare. Manisha Mandhare will be produced in the court today. But importantly, yesterday, while sending 2 other accused into the custody, the court went through the case diary of the investigating officer, and some very important disclosures were made by the CBI, particularly with regard to Manisha Wagmare. Now, Manisha Wagmare was handed over the examination papers, all 3 question papers, on 27th April by a accused, co-accused, or an NTA official. Now, this has been given, or at least this has come in the CBI's finding or in the CBI's investigation. It has been noted in the CBI, in the court order, which has been accessed by Times Now. It has been specifically mentioned that she had that question paper at least week in advance. Now, both Manisha Mandhare as well as PV Kulkarni had roped in Manisha Wagmare so that more students can be given to them, and these question paper were in fact given access to, was given to them, and also importantly key answers link were also given to them. So the question paper was out and open, and that was the reason why the price of the question paper, which was around 20 lakh rupees, in beginning went down to as little as low as around 2 lakh rupees. And on the day when the question paper was to take place, it was just 50,000 rupees.
Absolutely. And what is more concerning is that these people had access to the paper on April 27th, and that is 6 days before the examination took place. Thank you so much, Bhattosh, for getting us all those details, because at this point in time, CBI has pointed to a larger conspiracy and insider NTA nexus. Question paper may have been accessed days before the examination and passed through multiple hands in a coordinated chain. Here's what CBI investigation has revealed so far, that NTA insider, in this case, in fact, PV Kulkarni, and here on your screen you can see Manisha Wagmare, they leaked the paper on April 27th. That is 6 days before the examination. They had access to the question paper and also the answer key. NTA insider gave paper to Wagmare, in fact, one of the masterminds in this case. Wagmare then emerges as the common link between the paper setter as well, the people who had access to what questions will be asked in that examination. Kulkarni tore up the written evidence, and that is after the examination took place. They tried to destroy the evidence. They burnt the paper, is what we're learning so far. Wagmare as well, another mastermind in this case, she also destroyed the NEET examination paper after the exam, in fact, took place on May 3rd, is what we're learning so far. So there is also a link that has emerged as far as destruction of the evidence. That is also concerned. But let's tell you more about the investigation in this case, because CBI has arrested, as my colleague also told you, 9 people in this case. The focus is now on the core operatives of the paper leak network. PV Kulkarni, as you can see on the screen, the man that we told you about, he is the key mastermind, part of the NTA panel as well, that set the chemistry paper. The CBI has said that he dictated the leaked questions to the coaching students, charged lakhs of rupees, and ran special classes as well. And that was days before the examination took place. Another accused in this case, and she was arrested yesterday, Manisha Mandhare, in fact, labeled as another mastermind in this case, was part of the botany paper panel, and she had access to the paper just days before the examination took place. And on this, we have another breaking update coming in as the politics has started over the paper leak controversy. The Congress party has mounted a an attack on the Education Minister. Congress party, in fact, one of the leaders has said that the statement and what the Education Minister had said so far in the press briefing as well has been truly disgraceful. Let me take you through the statement that has been made by Jairam Ramesh of the Congress party. He has said what the Education Minister said was truly disgraceful and atrocious. He should be sacked immediately, but will this Prime Minister do so? And this was in response to another statement, in fact, that has come in from Digvijay Singh. What he has essentially said that he was part of a parliamentary standing committee on the education, and he had recommended something that was not implemented because that suggestion was given by the opposition leader. Now, replying to that, Jairam Ramesh of the Congress party has said that Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan should be sacked immediately, and that's an appeal that has been made to the Prime Minister. And that is what we're learning so far as the entire case is concerned. Massive politics that has started over this. But alongside, politics is also intensified in the matter days after Education Minister Dharmendra Pradhan admitted that there were loopholes in the NEET examination process and that NTA needed to be fixed. There has been no letter from the opposition parties which are insisting that he should be tendering his resignation as a round of protests hit the streets in the national capital yesterday with both the Congress party, the Aam Aadmi party as well. They have been targeting the Education Minister. Rahul Gandhi has also amped up the pressure. He has claimed that after 2024 paper leak, the parliamentary committee on the education headed by Digvijay Singh of the Congress party, they had submitted recommendation to the Education Ministry. They were junked, according to him, only because the committee had opposition members in them. He also demanded Dharmendra Pradhan's removal from the post as the Education Minister, is what we're learning so far. So, all in all, the opposition parties at this point in time, they are demanding the resignation of the Education Minister. Have a look at the reactions coming in.
ये एक नेक्सस है, आरएसएस, बीजेपी और जो हमारे यूनिवर्सिटीज में इनके लोग बैठाए गए हैं, वाइस चांसलर्स बैठाए गए हैं, प्रोफेसर्स बैठाए गए हैं, इनके बीच में पैसे बनाने का नेक्सस है। प्रधानमंत्री को इमीडिएट ऑर्डर देना चाहिए कि धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी को इस्तीफा दे, उनको सैक किया जाए और जो गिल्टी लोग हैं उनको पकड़ के जेल में डाला जाए।
In fact, this is coming on a day when the Central Bureau of Investigation has narrowed down on the mastermind and the kingpin of the paper leak of 2026. And shockingly enough, both the professors that have been nabbed are from Maharashtra who were part of the NTA's paper setting process. Manisha Mandhare, a biology professor, she was arrested from Pune yesterday. And P.V. Kulkarni, remember, the chemistry professor that we have been showing you was arrested day before yesterday from Latur in Maharashtra. And the opposition, in fact, led the protest in the national capital. They also made a very grave allegation. They claimed that the students were committing suicide across the country because of the examination cancellation and that NTA had become, in fact, the national trauma agency.
ये सिस्टम का ही फेलियर है। 2024 में भी इसके बारे में बात की गई थी। ये सिस्टमैटिक मर्डर है, ये सिस्टम प्रायोजित मर्डर है उन बच्चों का, उनके वो सपनों का, उनके इरादों का, उनकी अपेक्षाओं का, जो ये सरकार करने में नाकामयाब रही।
इसके लिए पूरे तरीके से चेयरमैन एनटीए प्रदीप जोशी और धर्मेंद्र प्रधान मंत्री ये दोनों जिम्मेदार हैं। 24 में हुआ, 25 में भी हुआ है और इसमें धर्मेंद्र प्रधान जी को और एनटीए के चेयरमैन को तत्काल इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए।
Reason is this has happened twice. In 2024 the same thing happened and now it has happened again. Now government in 2024 should have taken some strict action which they didn't. Rather the person who was in charge of the national technical committee, he has been promoted as CS of a BJP controlled state.
And on the other hand, the Bharatiya Janata Party has hit back at the Congress party over what it calls is a Rajniti over the NEET controversy. BJP spokesperson Pradeep Bhandari, in a sharp post on social media, has accused the Congress party of politicizing the issue, reminding it of the past paper leak scams during their tenure, also claiming that the Modi government acted very swiftly and from cancelling the examination to handing the case over to the Central Bureau of Investigation. And now cutting across